How do emperor penguins manage to stay warm in one of the coldest places on Earth? Just like a rugby player at the centre of a mall, huddled penguins take a lot longer to cool down than a penguin on its own. But why? We're doing the huddle experiment to find out. We've researched our evidence, strategized our method, drawn up an equipment list, made some predictions, and plotted our findings on a graph. Now we need to interpret these findings in relation to the variables. What are the variables in this experiment? Let's remind ourselves. The independent variable is whether a tube is on its own or in a huddle. The dependent variable is the decrease in temperature over time. And your controlled variables are ensuring an identical volume of water in each tube and that the water is at the same temperature in each tube when you begin the experiment. Our scientists will use a measuring cylinder and thermometer to obtain measurements that are as accurate as possible. So what is the relationship between the variables? Let's have another look at our line graph, which we've clearly labelled with the correct units. Our horizontal x-axis shows time in minutes. Our vertical y-axis shows temperature in degrees Celsius. And we have two curves. One is for the penguin by itself, and one is for the penguin at the centre of the huddle. So what is this graph telling us? That the water in the tube at the centre of the huddle has a smaller decrease in temperature over time than the single tube. Both graphs show a more rapid decrease in temperature at the start, with a slower decrease in temperature as the time increases. But for the single tube, there is a bigger overall decrease in temperature compared to the huddled tube. Understanding this relationship helps us plot the line of best fit. The line of best fit is a curve, as the results can't be captured with a ruler. Remember to draw this in one fluid movement and not dot to dot. Our graph helps us reach our conclusion that the penguins make good rugby players. Wait, that's not right. The surface area exposed for a penguin in a huddle is less than the surface area exposed in a single penguin, so less heat is lost over the same amount of time. Yes, that sounds much more sensible. So, if you are ever feeling chilly, do what the penguins do and huddle up.